If you're over 60 and trying to eat well without overspending, this video is for you. Many older adults know protein matters, but grocery prices can make healthy choices feel harder than they should. The good news is that strong nutrition does not always come from expensive foods. In fact, some of the best protein options are simple, familiar, and very budget-friendly. Today, we're looking at practical protein essentials that may help support muscle maintenance, fullness, and steady energy as you age. We'll also explore affordable foods that can sometimes offer better value than eggs, especially when prices rise. This is not about fancy powders, strict meal plans, or complicated cooking. It's about smart, realistic choices that fit everyday life. If you live on a budget, cook for 1 or 2 people, or just want healthier options that do not cost a fortune, you're in the right place. And just a quick reminder, nutrition needs vary from person to person. If you have special dietary restrictions or health concerns, it may help to speak with a qualified professional. Now, let's start with why protein becomes especially important after 60. As we get older, keeping muscle becomes more important and often more challenging. Many adults notice they feel weaker, less steady, or more tired after periods of inactivity. That's one reason protein matters so much after 60. Along with regular movement, protein may help support muscle maintenance, mobility, and everyday independence. Protein also does more than support muscles. It can help meals feel more satisfying, which may reduce constant snacking and make balanced eating easier. And many protein-rich foods also contain other nutrients older adults need, such as calcium, iron, B vitamins, potassium, and healthy fats. The key point is this: you do not need expensive foods to get useful protein. What matters most is choosing affordable options you can eat consistently. A lower-cost food that fits your taste, your budget, and your routine is often better than a pricey option you rarely buy. So as we go through this list, think about value, convenience, and how easy each item is to include in your daily meals. Let's begin with one of the most affordable choices in the store. Beans are one of the best budget-friendly protein foods for older adults. Black beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, navy beans, and chickpeas are all affordable, especially if you buy dried bags or store-brand cans. They offer protein, fiber, and important minerals, making them a smart choice for both nutrition and savings. One big advantage of beans is that they do more than provide protein. Their fiber may help with fullness and digestive regularity, which can be especially helpful as eating habits change with age. Beans are also easy to stretch across several meals, helping you get more value from each purchase. You can add beans to soups, stews, rice bowls, salads, wraps, or mash them into a spread. If chewing is difficult, softer cooked beans or blended bean soups may be easier to enjoy. They're simple, flexible, and often much less expensive per serving than many animal proteins. If you're trying to spend less without giving up nourishment, beans deserve a regular spot in your kitchen. They may not seem exciting, but they are one of the smartest grocery buys for healthy aging on a budget. Lentils are another excellent low-cost protein option, and they deserve their own spotlight. Unlike many dried beans, lentils cook relatively quickly, which makes them especially useful for seniors who want simple meals without a lot of effort. They provide protein, fiber, and satisfying texture, all at a very reasonable price. Lentils work beautifully in soups, vegetable stews, casseroles, and side dishes. You can season them in many ways, so they fit different tastes and cultural cooking styles. They are also easy to batch cook, which means one pot can support multiple meals through the week. For people watching their grocery bills, lentils can be a practical protein anchor. They pair well with vegetables, rice, and even small amounts of meat, helping a meal feel complete without costing much. That makes them especially useful when you're trying to stretch your food budget. If eggs feel expensive or repetitive, lentils are a great alternative to keep on hand. They're filling, versatile, and easy to turn into comforting meals that support strength and make smart use of your money. Canned fish is one of the most overlooked protein bargains in the grocery store. Tuna, salmon, and sardines can provide a solid amount of protein in a shelf-stable form, and that convenience alone makes them worth considering. When bought on sale or in multi-packs, they can be a very budget-smart choice. Some canned fish options also contain omega-3 fats, which are linked to heart and brain health. Canned salmon and sardines with soft, edible bones may also provide calcium, an added benefit for older adults who want to support bone health along with muscle maintenance. Another strength of canned fish is ease. You can make a quick sandwich, mix it into pasta, stir it into rice, or combine it with beans and vegetables for a simple lunch. That means less cooking, less waste, and more flexibility when energy is low. Fresh fish can be costly, but canned versions often give you many of the same practical benefits for much less money. If you're looking for a fast protein option that stores well and requires little prep, canned fish may be one of the smartest items to keep in your pantry. Greek yogurt and cottage cheese are simple foods that can make a big difference, especially for older adults with smaller appetites. They are easy to eat, require no cooking, and can fit into breakfast, lunch, or snack time. That convenience can be just as valuable as the nutrition itself. Both foods can provide a meaningful amount of protein in a smaller serving size, which may help if large meals feel unappealing. They also work well with sweet or savory flavors. Greek yogurt can be paired with fruit, oats, or nuts, while cottage cheese goes nicely with berries, tomatoes, cucumber, or whole grain toast. Many options also contain calcium, which supports bone health. Just be sure to compare labels, since protein levels, sugar, and sodium can vary by brand. Store brands are often more affordable and still provide good value. If you want a protein food that is quick, soft, and easy to keep in rotation, these dairy staples are hard to beat. They can help fill nutritional gaps on days when cooking feels tiring or when you simply want something light, practical, and supportive of healthy aging. Peanut butter is one of the easiest affordable protein foods to keep at home. It is shelf-stable, filling, and incredibly simple to use. While it may not match fish or meat ounce for ounce in protein, it can still add meaningful protein to meals and snacks, along with healthy fats that help food feel more satisfying. This matters because satisfying meals are often easier to stick with. A spoonful of peanut butter on whole grain toast, stirred into oatmeal, spread on apple slices, or blended into a smoothie can turn a light snack into something more balanced and lasting. For many households, peanut butter is also a budget winner because it stores well and creates very little waste. Other nut or seed butters can work too, though they are often more expensive. If you're shopping carefully, peanut butter is usually the better value. It may seem simple, but that is exactly the point. Good nutrition after 60 does not need to be complicated. A basic food that is affordable, easy to eat, and easy to enjoy regularly can be one of the most practical ways to support your protein intake over time. Tofu can be an excellent protein choice for seniors who want something affordable, soft, and versatile. In many stores, it costs less than meat and still provides a useful amount of protein. It also has a mild flavor, which means it can fit into many different dishes without much trouble. One of tofu's biggest advantages is texture. For older adults who prefer softer foods or have trouble chewing tougher meats, tofu can be a comfortable option. It can be cubed into stir-fries, added to soups, crumbled into savory breakfast dishes, or blended into smoothies and sauces. Tofu is also helpful for stretching meals. You can pair it with rice, noodles, vegetables, or beans to create filling dishes at a low cost. That flexibility makes it especially attractive for anyone trying to eat well while keeping grocery spending under control. If you've never tried tofu before, start simple. Pan cook it with light seasoning or add it to a soup where it can take on the flavor of the broth. It may surprise you how easily this low-cost food can become a regular part of your protein routine. Milk is a practical protein food that many people already buy. But powdered milk is the real budget-friendly surprise. Regular milk can provide protein and calcium, and it works well at breakfast or alongside meals. But powdered milk may be even more useful for seniors trying to reduce waste and save money. Because powdered milk lasts longer in storage, it can be a smart option for people who do not use fresh milk quickly enough before it spoils. That means less waste, fewer urgent grocery trips, and an easy way to keep a protein source available at home. It can also be mixed into foods you already eat. Stir it into oatmeal, soups, mashed potatoes, smoothies, or casseroles for an extra protein boost without changing the meal too much. That is especially helpful if you want to support your intake in a simple, low-effort way. This may not be the most talked about protein option, but it is practical, affordable, and easy to use. When a food helps you save money and makes everyday meals more nourishing, it earns a place on the list of smart staples for healthy aging. When it comes to meat, chicken thighs and whole chicken are often much better bargains than chicken breast. They still provide quality protein, but they usually cost less per pound, making them a smart option for older adults trying to eat well on a budget. Another major benefit is how far they can stretch. A roasted or slow-cooked chicken can become several meals. A dinner plate one day, soup the next, then sandwiches, wraps, or a rice bowl after that. This kind of batch cooking can save both money and energy. Chicken thighs also tend to stay tender and flavorful, which some people find easier to enjoy than leaner cuts. That can matter when appetite is lower and meals need to feel appealing, not just nutritious. The lesson here is simple. Sometimes the less trendy cut is the smarter buy. You do not have to choose the most expensive package to get useful protein. If you cook once and eat several times, lower-cost chicken options may help you stay nourished while keeping your grocery bill more manageable. Choosing affordable protein is only part of the picture. How you shop and prepare food can make just as much difference. First, compare value by serving, not just by package price. A food that looks cheap at first glance may not be the best deal if it provides very little protein. Second, do not overlook store brands. Beans, yogurt, canned fish, peanut butter, and milk products are often just as useful in the lower-cost version. Third, think about waste. If fresh items spoil before you finish them, frozen, canned, dried, or powdered versions may save more money in the long run. Meal prep can also help. Cook a pot of lentils or bean soup and use it for several days. Roast chicken once and repurpose it into different meals. Keep easy items like yogurt, cottage cheese, or canned tuna ready for times when energy is low. The goal is not perfect meal planning. It is creating a routine where protein feels easy, realistic, and affordable. When healthy choices fit your life, they become much easier to keep doing week after week. If you're over 60, getting enough protein does not have to mean buying expensive foods or following complicated plans. Budget-friendly staples like beans, lentils, canned fish, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, peanut butter, tofu, milk, powdered milk, and lower-cost chicken cuts can all play a valuable role in supporting healthy aging. Some of these foods may even offer better value than eggs, depending on local prices and how often you use them. And many bring extra benefits too, like fiber, calcium, or healthy fats. That is why a simple mix of affordable protein foods can often be smarter than relying on just one familiar option. The most important step is choosing foods that fit your budget, taste, and daily routine. When healthy eating feels realistic, it becomes much easier to stay consistent. So the next time you shop, look for just 1 or 2 protein options from this list and give them a place in your week. Small, practical changes may help support strength, steadier energy, and more confidence in your meals. And that is exactly what Age Strong is all about.